an announcement happened this past week that a game that me and you are both familiar with, but unfortunately has lost a lot of popularity in the past few years. Is Heroes of the Storm, or HOTS is what it's called colloquially on with the fan base there. It was announced that they're basically putting the game on maintenance mode. They're not having any new major updates, no characters, no new levels. It's just going to be to a point where we're just going to make sure things run, and that's it. I know you had some things you wanted to say about this, so go right ahead, Zero.
For me, this one hurt a lot. Because when the initial announcement many years ago that, hey, we have been artificially propping up the esports scene in hopes that this would take off as an esports thing, and clearly it didn't. Well, we're just going to just outright kill the game, and for anyone who is excited about this game, we're sorry, but we just can't sustain the game anymore. So just we're sorry about this, and there's not much we can offer you to allay your fears. But this game will just be kind of in life support mode. So if you had fun, sorry, we don't have much we can tell you, but we're just gonna keep doing this game as it is, and if you'll stay with the game, cool, great. But if you're not, then we'll be sad to see you go.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, this was announced. This happened quite possibly at the worst time, because this was during a BlizzCon, and there were a whole bunch of pro teams that were basically kind of wondering about their esports career if Heroes of the Storm would even be a thing anymore. And of course, what a way to be told, hey, basically your esports career's over.
Didn't they at BlizzCon say, "Oh no, we're planning something. Just wait, stay tuned. We're gonna have something."
Oh yeah, excuse me. That's how it initially panned out. So initially, a bunch of reps at BlizzCon had told teams that were like, "Hey, so is there going to be another pro season for Heroes of the Storm?" And the Blizzard reps had basically said, "Yeah, don't worry about it. It's cool." And of course, I think a few weeks later, it was, "Hey, so we're actually not going to continue it. So yeah, sorry about that." And but here we are. Sorry, we're doing this, but yeah, we just can't sustain the esports scene, and just sorry about your luck.
Yeah,
and
this is a story about how basically the business model for the game was essentially esports first, than it was to make sure the game was fun. But the game was a fun game, but essentially it just felt like throughout the entire time it was less about it being fun and more about how do we make this a viable esports product so we can get eyeballs on Twitch and people buying shirts and people buying merch and stuff like that and want to be competitive in this. Like, they really... And I remember that's why I kind of jumped off the game after a little while, because it stopped being about, like, oh, this is like a fun alternative to League of Legends. But they started going that route almost of, well, we need to be ultra serious, so we have to do all these different things to essentially balance the game for competitive reasons. And a lot of times when you do that, it's less fun on like the more casual end, but more focused on, for people who are in competitions. So it was really strange to watch. And Overwatch is having that same problem too, I hear.
Yeah, and for me, it was a little sad because the last Heroes of the Dorm tournament kind of was a little bit personal for me, because the finalist for the last Heroes of the Dorm tournament was literally a university that was very hyper local to me. And when I say hyper local, we're talking like it was literally 2 blocks away from my old rental house.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
So it was just so cool to just see them being nominated as like the champions for the Heroes of the Dorm for that particular season. I was just like hell yeah, local pride. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is cool. Uh, but yeah, I mean, after they announced that they were discontinuing the esports, I mean, a lot of people were spelling doom for this, but they did update the game a couple of times. They added new characters. I think they added a new mode, and they added more arenas to the game. But those were really slow getting out. So I think they also cut their staff by 30% at the time when they announced that the esports league was going. And yeah, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, this is going to go away pretty soon," because you don't pull this out and then think, "Oh, we're just going to concentrate on fun and hopefully people will continue buying." And that very rarely happens, unfortunately, because when you start taking things out of a game, usually that spells to somebody, "Oh, this is no good, therefore I should not even bother playing it."
Yeah. So, when it sort of went into this whole we're not doing esports thing, and we're just gonna do occasional maintenance updates, we'll slow down character development. It was real bittersweet for me because for me, I'd really never liked MOBA games. Just I
Yeah.
really didn't, especially since a lot of my experience with MOBA games has been with League, and we all know how toxic League
Oh
players can
my
be.
god. Oh yes. I know. It's the base of the people who play League was the reason I got off of it. Not the game itself. The game is fun, but just dealing with people who are so damn competitive and toxic was just awful to be around.
Yep. So that was kind of where it went, and just I didn't really follow the game too hard, and it was just kind of something I just sort of quietly kept tabs on, and I was just like, I may not play Heroes of the Storm that often, but I'll I'd love to see how it turns out, but
Yeah.
just I won't hold any hopes that things are great. But if they do something truly great, I'll be really really excited for it.
Yeah. But as of the announcement now, it's on maintenance mode. I guess I'd give it 2 years until they close it down,
Yep.
because that, I mean, maybe a little bit longer, but when you put it on maintenance mode, you're basically hoping the fan base that's there will be okay to just completely play the game because they're just that addicted to it, or that's their comfort game, so they play it all the time. That they will want to purchase stuff just to complete the collection, and then when they have that, then they'll turn around and say, "Well, that's it. It's over," and then shut it down. So, yeah, I mean, it's sad because that actually was a really fun alternative to MOBAs. I had a blast playing it, even though I did not take it seriously at all. But it's just sad that something that actually was a lot of fun that will now just will be gone in about a couple years time. I know to a lot of people this was an irrelevant game for about, I think, the past 3 or 4 years, but it's sad. It's a fun game. It should have had a better fan base than it did, but Blizzard and Activision just gave it very little attention and love that it. I think it could, if it could have been bigger than what it was. But yeah, oh well. That sucks.
Yeah. So I guess for me, just when this announcement of hey, this game is going to pretty much be in maintenance mode forever. We'll do occasional tuning for just things to just keep it going. But yeah, just don't expect any more new characters, new bundles, new skins. Just there, keep your expectations dead low.
Yeah.
It just kind of saddened me, and maybe it's corny of me to say, but I fucking cried because I put a lot of time into Heroes and absolutely loved it. Just just absolutely loved the game, and for the game to basically go, yeah, we're just not doing anything anymore. And this was the one game that got me really to love MOBAs.
Yeah.
It hurts so much.
Yeah. I can understand that.